all over our country, in seemingly normal cities, in seemingly normal houses. We find them. People hidden away from society, escaping their past. This is the story about people who committed the most dangerous of crimes. This is the story about p-hackers. Through my contacts in the statistical underworld, I managed to set up a meeting with a p-hacker. Little did I know the degree of paranoia this man suffered from.
Do you want me to take the glasses off? Sure, take them off. I'll put this on instead. Forget about it, I'm not giving you my name. You can call me Leonardo. No, wait, Donatello. So yeah, I once ran an experiment for 3 weeks, and at the end of the experiment I looked at the results and they were not statistically significant. But then I started looking into the data and it seemed that after 2 weeks they had been statistically significant. So the next time I was running an experiment, I was supposed to run it for 3 weeks, but I checked the results every day. And after 3 days, the results were statistically significant. Yeah, I stopped the experiment. If I did it again, yeah, every single time.
Did you ever contemplate that this behavior would invalidate your results?
Sure, but I got stat sig p-values.
In order to understand this case better, I decided to turn to an expert.
My name is Dr. Dan, I'm a data scientist and I catch p-hackers. So essentially p-hacking is any type of activity, any type of statistical shenanigans that make your results seem statistically significant even though they aren't. And this is a problem because you end up with results that are simply not true. Shenanigans, in other words. So yeah, shenanigans. When I started looking into this case, looking into the details, I said to myself, oh my God, this is bad. So running your experiment and then checking the results every day and then stopping the experiment whenever you see statistical significance, yeah, that's bad. What we want to be doing is to compute the sample size we need before we start the experiment. And then you run the experiment until you collected that particular sample size.
But not all p-hacking is done with malicious intent. Some people p-hack as a result of lacking statistical understanding.
Yeah, I was running an experiment and I didn't clearly specify a decision metric. I had 4 of them. It was 7 of them. And I just ran the experiment and one was statistically significant, and then I picked that one and I said that's the one I had in mind the whole time. No, I didn't do any false discovery rate adjustment. Even my little plant has died. Can we take a break here?
If you're using many outcome variables, you need to adjust for that somehow. Otherwise, it's kind of like stacking the deck in your favor. Shenanigans. If you're using the HiveMind platform, this is taken care of automatically. That is, if you're running a frequentist analysis. The thing with p-hacking is that it's sometimes hard to tell if you're actually doing it yourself or not. Maybe you don't have all the information you need. Maybe you don't really know what you're doing. And in those cases, it's better to ask someone or look up whatever relevant documentation you can find. Yeah, the scary part of this is that, it could happen to anyone.
At the end of this journey into statistical darkness, I decided to follow up with our p-hacking friend, just to see what his life is like
right now. So I did a lot of soul searching, and I realized that I wanted to learn more about statistical best practices, how p-values work, and what it really means to have statistical significance. And I realized that having a p-value less than 0.1 is not everything that matters. It's not all that matters. What matters is really that my results are reliable, even if statistically insignificant. What I do know is that I've left the life of p-hacking behind me.